Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, we're surrounded by books. That means we have a few options. Today's option is a book haul, and I'm so excited. My first book haul of the year, and my first McKAY's book haul of the year. So, talked about McKAY's before on my channel before. Love them. I always do like a trade-in, and usually I get the max trade-in that I can do in store as opposed to getting cash because I'm going shopping anyway. As per usual, I went right when they opened because I feel like it's the best pick when I go right when they open as opposed to going later. I don't know, it's just something ingrained, and I actually did get a very good pick. I got 9 books. I will say I had a lot more in my cart before I narrowed it down to the 9 that I picked, but I am very happy with those. With my trade-in, I think it was like $36, and that paid for, I think, 5. I think it paid for 5 of my books, maybe 6 of them. I think more than half of the books were paid with my trade out, and then I think I paid out of pocket for 4 of them. So it was great. It was great. So we're gonna start. It's a mix of fantasy, romantasy, romance, and then I found some special editions. We love to see it. First, we have This Golden Flame by Emily Victoria. She's so pretty. I'm gonna show everything. But also, as per usual, I will have the original price and then the price I got it for on the screen. I found this one and it was a steal. It was on the bargain section. $6 for a Fairy Loot exclusive edition is insane. We love that gold foiling. And then you have some character art, little note from the author, and then it is signed. We love all those goodies. And then a reversible desk jacket. So pretty. I hadn't heard of this book when I was there, but it looked interesting. The price was great, so I added it to the basket immediately. Why not? Okay. Orphaned and forced to serve her country's ruling group of scribes, Karis wants nothing more than to find her brother, long ago shipped away. But family bonds don't matter to the scriptorium, whose sole focus is unlocking the magic of an ancient anatomy army. In her search for her brother, Karis does the seemingly impossible. She awakens a hidden automaton, intelligent with a conscience of his own. Alex has no idea why he was made, or why his father, their nation's greatest traitor, once tried to destroy the automatons. Suddenly, the scriptorium isn't just trying to control Karis, it's hunting her. Together with Alice, Karis must find her brother and the secret that's held her country in its power for centuries. Okay, so of course Karis is trying to find her brother. We don't know what happened there. And scribes are usually, when I read other fantasy books and things like that and they mention scribes, they're your researchers and kind of writers and things like that. That's kind of what a scribe is. So that's what she's doing. But it also seems like their country has hidden some things from them. Their country has hidden some things from them. And for whatever reason, Karis was the one to awaken this automaton. So that's obviously going to put some heat on her, because why can she do it? Have other people been trying to do this? And Alex, he has no idea what's happening with him. His father is the traitor, but was he actually a traitor, or is that a story that's just being told? You know what I'm saying? So I'm here for it. It has some intrigue. And I think this is supposed to be a standalone. This has a total of 380 pages. I think it's a standalone. Could be wrong. And then I got it for $6 because it's a Fairy Lou edition. I will have to search for the price, but starting off strong. Next, we have The Rose Bargain by Sasha Peyton Smith. This book has been on my TBR since forever, but also I have never seen this copy of it before. There's a pink version out, but look at the end pages on this one. Stunning, so pretty. And then it has the gold foiling on the hardcover itself. So pretty. So of course we added it to the cart. I know this one is part of a series. I actually got approved to read the ARC copy of the second book, so I'm very happy that I found the first one because I haven't read it yet, but I got an ARC for the second one. So now I'll know what happens. I won't have to be left on a cliffhanger. And I'm not sure if it's only going to be 2 books in the series or if it's going to be 3 books. But there we have it. Okay. Vying for the hand of one brother, falling for another. Every citizen of England is granted one bargain from their immortal queen. High society girls are expected to bargain for qualities that will win them suitors. A rare talent for piano in exchange for one's happiest childhood memory. A perfect smile for one's ability to taste. But Ivy's debut season arrives with a twist. A competition to marry the queen's fey son, Prince Bram. It's a prize that could save Ivy's family from ruin and free her older sister from the bargain that destroyed her. Yet every glittering fey deal has a rotting heart. And amidst lavish balls, vicious competition, and a dangerous alliance with the prince's rakish younger brother, Prince Emmett, Ivy realizes that at the center of this contest lies a dark plot that could destroy all of England and her heart with it. So of course, I'm wondering what this dark plot is that maybe only the royal family knows what is actually happening, and taking a wife, like marrying the prince, isn't actually a good thing as it seems to be. But it's being shown as it would be a good thing because you can now take care of your family, reach higher standards, so forth, so forth. I also want to know Ivy's older sister, what bargain destroyed her and in what way did it destroy her? Because that's a little sus. Like when her debut season came about, what went wrong? Because obviously she's put in a position that's not great, and now it seems like everything's resting on Ivy's shoulders, and Prince Bram is the one that would, you know, be great for her family. But it seems like Prince Emmett is the one she might have a better connection. So I don't know. I am here for it. I've heard nothing but good things about this book, and I'm excited to finally have it so I can read it. And of course, I have an ARC of the second one, so that makes me excited as well. Because if this one ends on a cliffhanger, I can jump right into the second book. So let's see. This has a total of 385 pages, and then it also has bonus content. Love it. I got it for $11.50, and the original price was $19.99. Beautiful. This is Immortal Consequences by Ivy Marie. This is actually a book of the month edition, but I have been wanting this book for so long, so of course I grabbed it when I saw it, and it has the pink spine. I love that, and look how pretty these edges are. Yeah, it's been on my list since it was announced. I'm pretty sure this is the start of the series. Pretty sure. This came out, let's say, August 2025. I'm pretty sure this is the start of the series. Okay. Welcome to Blackwood Academy, the legendary school located on the fringes of the afterlife. Once a pupil enters the academy's arch gates, there is no way out, except for the decennial, a once-in-a-decade celebration in which a single worthy student is tested and given a choice: graduate and join the Blackwoods magical elite, or cross over to the mysterious other side. This time, though, the rules have changed. This decennial, however you say that word, isn't a celebration, it's a competition, and there can only be one victor. Two academic arch rivals whose strange connection blurs the lines between obsession and hate, one girl driven solely by ambition and another plagued by memories of the love she lost, and a charming playboy who never cared for anyone until he met the academy's newest student. Each of these 6 students has their own motivation to win and their own secret to hide. But what none of them know, they aren't the only ones playing Blackwood's game. And if they lose, some fates are worse than death. Then on the back, 6 rivals, 1 victor. Eternity is only the beginning. So, of course, it seems like we have a little romance in here. The playboy student is going to have interest in the new student. I'm assuming the new student is like our main character. Of course, there are, 6 point of views we're gonna get, but I assume the new student is who the story is really about. I am interested about this one girl who has these memories of the love she lost, and I'm wondering if it's relationship like a boyfriend-girlfriend love lost, or a family relationship that has been love lost, and what type of love loss. Was it, a tragic one? Was it for, power gain or something like that? Or, what would be interesting is if her love loss ended up going to the other side, and maybe that's her motivation to win this competition, so she can get to the other side with her love. That would be an interesting twist. Of course, 2 academic arch rivals. We love it, and it says it's going to blur the lines between obsession and hate, so enemies to lovers. Yeah, I'm here for it. It's a thick book. And this is another one I've heard really good reviews about, and I have been wanting to read this for so long, so glad to finally have it. It has a total of 501 pages. I'm excited. The original, well, the price I got it for is $15. I have to see how much the book of the month is so I can get the price for this book. Okay, moving on. Next, we have House of Beating Wings by Olivia Wildenstein. I hope I said that right. So pretty. So this is a special edition copy of said book. I do own the paperback copy that the series started to get re-released in paperback with sprayed edges. So I own that copy, and I found the special edition copy. Like, what? Beautiful. You little bird belong to the sky, and that sky, it belongs to me. So I have in fact read this one. I've started the series. I have not finished it yet, so I won't be diving too deep into this one. It is signed, and then wait. Look at it. It's beautiful. Everything about the book is beautiful. And then it has a reversible dust jacket. So pretty. Yes. So now I'm going to read, but I won't be diving in too deep about this book. Okay. Until an oracle predicted my regal future, I never imagined myself rising above the curve of my round years. After all, I was the magicless halfling loved by beasts, but loathed by every pure-blooded fairy at court. Well, by all but one. Dante Reggio, Prince of Luce, had owned my heart since he gave me my first kiss. If gathering a slew of iron relics could help me overthrow the current monarch and crown his brother to rule at my side, then treasure hunting I go. If only the Oracle had warned me what winged demon I was releasing into the world, and that I'd become the demon's obsession. If I can recall correctly, I think there's potentially 4 books in this series. I could be wrong. I only have 3 of them though, and I haven't finished the series, but I think it's 4. I think so. And on the back it says, free the 5 iron crows and you will be queen. Now who's queen she's gonna be, I won't talk too much. I already said I wasn't. I won't talk too much. Okay, so let's see. This has a total of 472 pages. I got this book for $17. I will have to find out the original price. Okay, last one in this bag is Where Shadows Meet by Patricia Caldwell. This is another one that is stunning. Okay. So when I first saw it, I didn't recognize the cover, but it has a reversible dust jacket. And I, in fact, recognize this cover of the book I've seen. So yes, it was on my TBR. 9 times out of 10, a book I find is always on my TBR. Look at her. Stunning. And then the end pages are beautiful as well. Love them. And then a little note from the author, and it's signed. She's so pretty. Stunning. And this is a Fairy Lou exclusive edition of this book. On the back it says, you have no idea what I've done for love, just as you have no idea what you may do one day. I mean, they say love makes you do crazy things. All right. Once long ago, a girl named Favre sacrificed her wings for love. Thana, the young goddess she so willingly gave them up for, sacrificed that same love for power. But everything has a cost. Favre never got over the loss of her wings, and Thana's choice led to a life of eternal night, and later their destruction. Favre has bided her time ever since, waiting for the chance to resurrect the girl she loves who turned her into the creature she hates. Now, 1,000 years later, Layla, the crown princess of a vampire nation, must travel to Nekros, the island of the dead, when her best friend is captured during an attack on the capital. Along with Naja, a fierce, beautiful seer, and the last person she expected to help her, Layla forges down a dangerous path, intent on saving her friend. But nothing is as it seems. The closer she gets to her goal, the more she risks awakening an ancient evil and destroying everything she holds dear. I'm not sure if this is the start to a series or not. Okay, so for one, also a seer is essentially someone that can see glimpses of the future and so forth. Sometimes it's not always as clear as you may seem, and they can't really control it per se. It just kind of happens to them. So and usually they're highly coveted in the books if there is a time where the seers have gone extinct or so forth. So just put that little tidbit there. I'm wondering if Layla and Naja are going to be kind of like a reincarnated version of Favre and Thana, or if Favre and Thana are still gonna come back. I mean, it's been 1,000 years later, but it is a fantasy book, so anything can kind of happen in a fantasy book. If they're all gonna be in the same world together in the present time, and then we still have Layla's friend who was kidnapped. I'm wondering, does she really play an important role? Maybe she was kidnapped so Layla and Naja could cross paths. I don't know. But I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Again, I don't know if this is the start to a series or not, but I'm intrigued nonetheless. This has a total of, hold on, let's see, 330 pages, and then there is exclusive content in this book. Love that. The price I got it for was $15. I will find the original very low price. Okay, now moving on to paperbacks. And then also romance books. We have Wyatt by Jessica Peterson. Love it. So this entire series is getting reprinted. This is book 2 in the series. I've read book 1. I don't own a copy. I plan to eventually get one. But this is a cowboy interconnected standalone series where technically you could read them out of order because they all focus on a different couple, but you get the best experience if you read them in order because other couples get mentioned in, you know, the other books, and it could spoil something, maybe not. Just put that out there. So I really enjoyed the first one. I was looking forward to this one. I've heard good things about it. The 3rd book is out, and I believe book 4 is on the way to being out. He is exactly what she's looking for in a one-night stand. If only he wasn't her best friend. Sally Powell is back in her hometown of Hartsfield, Texas, waiting for her dream job to start thousands of miles away. While she's here, she hopes to end a dry spell, preferably with a local cowboy. If the rumors are true, they ride harder and stay on longer. Wyatt Rivers has been her best friend since the 2nd grade, and she's been in love with him for almost as long. But she's as wild and untamed as a colt, not to mention totally out of her league with his good looks and heartbreaker reputation. If Wyatt is such an expert, why doesn't he teach her the ropes of how to find a hookup? He begrudgingly agrees. But a little fake flirting leads to fake dating, which leads to real kissing, which leads to real, well, everything else. And the rumors are absolutely true. Sally wants so badly to be Wyatt's last rodeo, but she's leaving town soon. And if she wasn't, she's not sure Wyatt will ever change his ways. They say cowboys can't be tamed. Apparently, neither can hearts. I love cowboy romances, always will. They're so easy and entertaining to read. I love them. And make it an interconnected series. Yeah, I'm just trying to read about everybody and their mama. So here we have it. Also, it seems like we're having best friends to lovers, fake dating to lovers. And of course, it's known that Sally, well, not known, but known to us, that Sally has liked Wyatt since forever. I'm wondering if Wyatt has also liked her too, but he hasn't really acted on anything because they're best friends, because then that would mean there's been that burning tension from the both of them, but no one said anything. No one had a grown-up conversation. And of course, fake dating always leads to real dating, real feelings. Usually when you enter into fake dating, at least one of the people in this fake relationship has real feelings. So that kind of complicates things and adds to the drama. And of course, Sally is supposed to leave. Apparently, I don't think Sally's going to leave, but I'm wondering if she does go to leave, and that kind of triggers things to Wyatt that he needs to axe before he loses Sally again for like good this time around. I don't know, but I'm here for it. Again, I really enjoyed this first one, so I have really, really high hopes for this one, and I just love a cutesy little cowboy romance. How can you not? This has a total of 411 pages. Got the book for $8, the original price being $18.99. Next, we have Honeymoon Phase by Amy Daws. So I've actually already read this book, but I don't own a copy of it. Now I do. It's book 3 in a series. I've actually read all 3 books and really enjoyed this one. And it might be my favorite in the series. Book 4 is coming out sometime later this year. But yes, I was like, I really enjoyed this book. I would like to own a copy of it. This is book 1 and book 2. It's an interconnected standalone series. You get the best experience if you read them in order, because it's about a family and they're all brothers. And then in each book, a new brother gets their story, but it all makes sense because one of the niece, she's setting everybody up left and right. So I would suggest reading them in order for the best experience. Fact or fiction? Proposing to your best friend so she can inherit her family business is a great idea. When Addison Monroe tells me she's going on a husband hunt at the local lumberjack competition so she can inherit her father's lumberyard, desperate times call for desperate measures. She's sworn off romance, says she's been through enough tragedy. So I offer myself as an alternative, because that's what best friends are for. But my stubborn friend, who would rather drive a forklift than get her nails done, refuses to accept my help. And now I find myself training to become a lumberjack. I refuse to let Ro hitch her wagon to some hulking axe wielder who might be a serial killer. She means too much to me. And I swear, there are moments where she looks at me like I mean something more to her too. On the surface, I'm offering a marriage of convenience to protect her. But the truth is, I'm hopelessly in love with my best friend. So if I have to marry her and move up to Fletcher Mountain just to see if she could love me back, so be it. Because my only regret would be losing her forever, and that's a fact. Another best friends to lovers, fake dating, marriage of convenience. I'm here for all the tropes. I have read this one, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but as I've said before, it's probably my favorite one in this series so far. Yes, just flew through it. It's so good. So good. It has a total of 420 pages. I got it for $5 with the original price being $18.99. Okay, we have 2 more books. Next, I have Mile High by Liz Tomforde. This is another book that I have in fact read, but I never owned a copy of it at all. These recently got republished with new covers and sprayed edges because the last book in the series got a different cover and sprayed edges. So now the entire series is getting reprinted. I've read books 1, 3, and 4, I think, in the series. This is an interconnected standalone. You get the best experience if you read them in order, but you can read them out of order. They're all friends, so the different friends get mentioned. They are all sports romances, so football, baseball, basketball. That might be all of the sports for now that I can think of. But I really enjoyed this book. I've been wanting a copy of it forever. I found this book at the checkout. I was already ready to go. And I said, I know that's not what I think it is. And here she was in all her glory. So happy to have this one. And of course, I'm going to be on the lookout for the rest of the books. But this is the Windy City series of the books. I've read Mile High, Caught Up, and Play Along. So I was right. 1, 3, and 4. Okay. Don't miss the beginning of the global phenomenon that is the Windy City series. Xander's Chicago hockey isn't complete without me. Favorite player to hate? I know my role and I play it well. In fact, I thoroughly enjoy spending the majority of my game in the penalty box before leaving the arena with a girl on my arm each night. What I don't like is the new flight attendant on our team's private plane. She works for me, not the other way around. I'll be sure to remind her of that, and I can guarantee by the end of the season she'll be begging to quit her job. But every road trip blurs the lines, and I can't quite figure out if I keep pushing the flight attendant call button in order to push her buttons, or if it's more than that. Stevie. I've been a flight attendant for years. I thought I'd seen it all, but when my new job lands me on a board working for the most egotistical and self-righteous diva in the NHL, I start to second guess everything, including the promise I made to myself of never hooking up with an athlete again, no matter how annoyingly tempting he may be. Evan Xanders is unfiltered, unapologetic, and too attractive for his own good. He loves his image, but I hate everything about it. Everything but him. I also forgot to mention hockey. This is a hockey one. I blinked. But yes, devoured it, loved it. It seems thick, but I promise it's worth it. It makes all the sense in the world. So I wouldn't, they're kind of giving enemies to lovers. It's not like downright I'm trying to stab you enemies to lovers. So maybe a strongly dislike to lovers. But it was so good. So good. And it's also one of my favorites in the series. This has a total of 531 pages. I got it for $8.50 with the original price being $19.99. Last book. Here we have Pucking Strong by Emily Rath. So excited to finally have this one. So it's been out for a while, but I just haven't seen it anywhere. This is book 4 in her hockey series. It's an interconnected standalone series. Best experience, of course, if you read them in order. I have read every book in order for that series. Love them. The first one will forever be my favorite. I don't know, she just put something in the water when she wrote that one. This is book 1, 2, and 3. Read them all. Love them. So I was happy to finally get this one. And I don't know if this is the last book in the series or not. My name is Teddy O'Connor, and I just made a terrible mistake. It's been 6 years since I was an intern for the Jacksonville Rays NHL team. 6 years since I wrapped ice packs on his knee and played Mario Kart on chartered planes. And 6 long years since I first met him. Henrik Karlsson, star forward of the Rays and king of my heart. Oh God, I've got to get over this crush. I'm a doctor now, a respected professional, and Henrik doesn't even know I exist. So you tell me why I'm risking everything to follow this man halfway around the world. After receiving news of his sister's tragic death, Henrik must fly to Sweden to retrieve his injured, grieving young niece. But with a new hockey season about to start, Henrik can't possibly care for her alone. In fact, the Swedish government won't let him. He needs me. They both do. I'd be heartless not to help, right? Well, that's what I told myself last week as I signed our Swedish marriage license. It's what I told myself yesterday as I moved into his apartment, and it's what I'm telling myself now as the Rays PR director stares us down. They want this marriage to look real. The team's public image, our jobs, and Henrik's custody agreement all depend on it. But my problem isn't that I don't love my fake husband. God help me. My problem is that I do. Love fake dating. It's always going to be good because someone always has real feelings. And of course, it seems Teddy is the one to have real feelings. I'm wondering though if Henrik also had some real feelings, but he just had that wall put up to where he couldn't really act on them for sure. And he might have been the one to kind of cut things off. So him and Teddy there was this distance. But now it seemed like he needs Teddy, and Teddy came to the rescue. But of course, they have to make things look real because there's a lot at stake. And you know what? The Rays, they've been dealing with a lot. If you read the past books in the series, there's just a lot that the Rays PR has to deal with. But another one that seems so thick, but I promise it's worth it. All the books in the series are actually fairly thick, but it all makes sense. I love them. Emily Rath is an author that I do really enjoy reading. I love this hockey series. I do. So I have really high hopes for this book that I'm going to enjoy it. But again, so far, none of the books in the series have touched the first one. But we shall see if this is going to be the one. This has a total of 524 pages. I got it for $5 with the original price being $19.95. Okay, that is the end of my haul. I'm so excited to have these new books. I cannot wait to read them. There are a few that I have been wanting to read for a very long time, and then there are a few that didn't even really know were out there, but I am now intrigued and want to read them. As always, a successful McKAY's shopping trip. I have honestly never been let down going to McKAY's, so there we have it. So I will see y'all in the next video. Whatever that's gonna be. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button down below. Peace and blessings, my loves.